Bad Boys hold on to number 1 in week 3. Birds of Prey in the Lodge are in the 15 or 2. Star Wars Underworld test footage leaks out on the internet. More Duel of the Fates concept art comes out. Hulu CEO is out. And the rest of the top 10. Let's go. Welcome back to Store to Watch Weekend. Box office, let's just dive right into it. Coming number 1, we got Bad Boys for Life. They're bringing $17.6 million for their weekend haul. They're down 48% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $148 million, and it's worldwide is sitting at $290.7 million. And coming to number 2 this week, we got 1917. They bring $9.4 million for their weekend haul. They're down a little over 40% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $119 million, and it's worldwide, and it's sitting at $248.8 million. And coming number 3 this week, we've got Dolittle. They're bringing $7.5 million for their weekend haul. They're down almost 38% from last week. The total domestic as of right now is $55 million, and it's worldwide, it's sitting at $126.5 million. And coming in number 4 this week, we've got Gretel and Hansel. They're bringing $6.1 million for their weekend haul. That's the total domestic as of right now, and it's worldwide. It's sitting at $6.2 million. And rounding out our top 5, we've got Jumanji to the Next Level. They're bringing $6 million for their weekend haul. They're down a little over 22% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $291.2 million, and it's worldwide. It's sitting at $54.8 million. And coming in number 6 this week, we've got The Gentleman. They're bringing $3.9 million for their weekend haul. They're down almost 63% from last week. The total domestic as of right now is $18.3 million, and it's worldwide. It's sitting at $46.3 million. And coming in number 7, we got Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. They're bringing $3.2 million for their weekend haul. They're down little over 42% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $507 million, and it's worldwide. It's sitting at $1 billion. That's with the Bay. And coming in number 8, we've got Little Women. They're bringing $3.073 million for their weekend haul. They're down a little over 32% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $98.8 million, and it's worldwide is sitting at $162.9 million. And coming in number 9, we got The Turning. They're bringing $3.011 million for their weekend haul. They're down almost 57% from last week. The total domestic as of right now is $11.6 million, and it's worldwide is $13.9 million. And rounding out our top 10, we've got, and debuting, is the Rhythm section. They bring in $2.7 million for their weekend haul. That's their total domestic as of right now, and they do not have a worldwide box office as this point. Wow, that's something else, man. Bad Boys end up holding on to number 1 for week 3. That's pretty damn awesome. Now, I actually did see it a couple weeks ago, and I'm still working on my review video, so kind of look out for that when I drop that one. Now, 1917, again, they add on 50 more screens this week, so I don't know how many more times they could pull this trick, but it's worked out the last 3 weeks and what have you, so keeps them in the top 5. You got to give them credit for that. So, I don't know. I'm not hearing really good things about Gretel and Hansel, to be honest with you. Now, I see all the time horror movies are not my thing, but my one buddy said he went to go see it, and he said it was not that good at all. So, I don't know. Have to wait and see how that all plays out. Now, Star Wars is still up there in the top 10 and whatnot in week 7, so you got to give them credit. They're still up there, so I don't know. They're kind of slowing down. I don't know how much longer they can last. Now, Bad Boys, I don't know if they can actually hold on to weekend 4 here because they got Birds of Prey coming out. So I think that's going to give them a run for their money. If anybody knocks them out of number 1 this week, I'm going to put my money on Birds of Prey is going to knock out the Bad Boys. But I couldn't be wrong. That's what I'm thinking. So I don't know. Did you go see Bad Boys for Life this weekend? Did you see any of these movies in the top 10? Let me know in the comments down below. Now it's time for Sony Watch 15 or 2. All right, let's just dive right into it. Coming number 1 this week, we've got Birds of Prey. Now, they're calling it an action-adventure crime. Now, the description reads, after splitting with the Joker, Harley Quinn joins superheroes Black Canary, Huntress, and Renee Montoya to save a young girl from an evil crime lord. Now, this movie is being directed by Kathy Yang, starring Margot Robbie, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Ewan McGregor, and Junine Sumlet Bell, I think that's how you say your name. If I do, apologize. Now, I just watched the trailer for the first time a few minutes ago, and I have to say it looks okay. Now, I don't know. I mean, it looks all right, and I was kind of a fan of her character in the Suicide Squad. I think she was one of the best parts of that movie, if there was any in those and what have you. So, I don't know. I mean, I want to see this one, but I doubt I'll rush out and go to see it opening weekend. So, when I see it, if I see it, I'm going to say matinee, and matinee at the most, mainly because I'm cheap. But other than that, looks okay. So, I don't know. Did you see the trailer for Birds of Prey, you can go check this movie out this weekend. Let me know in the comments down below. Second this week, we've got The Lodge. Now, they're calling it a drama horror thriller. Now, the description reads, a soon-to-be stepmom is snowed in with her fiance's 2 children at a remote holiday village. Just as relations begin to thaw between the trio, some strange and frightening events take place. Now, this movie is being directed by Servan Feya and Veronica Franz. I hope I didn't butcher your name. I do apologize. Starring Richard Emmerich, Riley Keough, and Alicia Silverstone, and Jaden Martell. Now, I just watched the trailer for this thing for the first time a few minutes ago, and I gotta say, it looks pretty damn messed up. Now, I say it all the damn time. Horror movies are not my thing, so when I see it, if I see it, that's if I see it. I'm gonna say matinee, and matinee at the most, mainly because I'm cheap. But other than that, it looks okay. Again, horror movies are not my thing, so I doubt I'm gonna go rush out and see this opening weekend and what have you. So, I don't know, if horror movies are your thing, you might want to check this movie out. So, I don't know. Did you see the trailer for The Lodge? You want to check this movie out? Let me know in the comments down below. Third on the list this week, we've got Come to Daddy. Now, they're calling it a comedy horror thriller. Now, the description reads, a man in his 30s travels to a remote cabin to reconnect with his estranged father. Now, this movie is being directed by Ant Tipson, starring Elijah Wood, Stephen McCaddy, Garfield Wilson, and Madeline Sammy. Now, I just watched the trailer for this thing for the first time a few minutes ago, and it looks kind of messed up. Now, when I see it, if I see it, that's if I see it. I'm going to say matinee and matinee at the most, mainly because I'm cheap. But other than that, it looks all right. I mean, I say it all the time. Horror movies are not my thing. And it just looks kind of weird. I think I'm leaning more like if I did go see it, I'm leaning more towards like the $2 range and stuff like that, really, to be quite honest with you. I mean, it looks okay. Looks kind of really messed up. I'm not really sure what they're going for, but I don't know. Did you see the trailer for Come to Daddy? You want to check this movie out? Let me know in the comments down below. And finally this week, we got Waiting for Anya. Now, they're calling it a drama war. Now, the description reads, during the heralds of World War II, Joe, a young shepherd, along with the help of the widow Horkeda, helped smuggle Jewish children across the border from southern France into Spain. Now, this movie is being directed by Ben Cookson, starring Angelica Houston, Jean Reno, Sadie Frost, and Noah Schnapp, to name a few. Now, I just saw the trailer for this thing for the first time a few minutes ago, and I gotta say it looks pretty damn good, actually. But I doubt I'll rush out and go see it in opening weekend. So when I see it, if I see it, I'm gonna say matinee and matinee at the most, mainly because I'm cheap. Other than that, looks okay. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen any movie really actually cover this kind of topic before, so it does look kind of interesting to say the least. So I don't know. Did you see the trailer for Waiting Anya? You can go check this movie out. Let me know in the comments down below. In other movie-related news, Adam Sandler and Netflix extend deal for 4 more movies. Now, this report comes to us from Screen Rant, and it goes on to say that Adam Sandler's Happy Madison Productions renews exclusive deal with Netflix to produce 4 more films for the streaming service. Adam Sandler extends his agreement with Netflix for 4 more films. Back in 2014, when Sandler was coming off of critically panned works like Jack and Jill, That's My Boy, and Grown Ups 2, his Happy Madison production company signed an exclusive deal with Netflix, that partnership that got off to a great start when Ridiculous 6 broke viewership records for the streaming service. Then things grown only more fruitful from there. Netflix and Sandler reached terms for 4 movies extension in 2017, leading to films such like last summer's Murder Mystery. Murder Mystery, as it turns out, was Netflix's most popular title in 2019, currently has a sequel in development. Simply put, they have every reason to stay in business with Sandler. Subscribers have spent more than 2 billion hours watching Sandler's Netflix movies since 2015, and they made sure to keep the good thing going. Sandler will keep collaborating with Netflix for the foreseeable future. In a press release, Netflix announced that Happy Madison has extended their exclusive deal with the streaming service for 4 more movies. Netflix Chief Content Officer Ted Sarnados expressed his excitement over the news. Goes on to say, quote, whether you know him as Sandman, the Waterboy, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Nikki Spitz, or simply Adam, one thing is clear, our members can't get enough of him. They love his stories and his humor, as we saw with Murder Mystery. So I could not be more excited to extend our partnership with Adam and the Happy Madison team and deliver more laughs around the world, end quote. Sandler most recently starred in the Safdie Brothers' Uncut Gem, earning award buzz for his performance as jeweler Howard Ratner. Now, the Actor's fans were thrilled to see him demonstrate his serious acting chops in a critically acclaimed film again, as Sandler won't do on occasion. But odds are this Netflix extension won't consist of prestige affair. Looking at the Happy Madison history with the streamer, Sandler will likely deliver more of his typical comedy vehicles for Netflix, including the murder mystery sequel. That'll be disappointing for some, but Sandler did threaten to intentionally make a bad movie if he did not win an Oscar for Uncut Gems. He was one of the year's most notable Best Actor snubs. Now he seems to be making good on that promise. All kidding aside, there's no denying that Sandler and Netflix have proven to be a good match. Streaming is arguably the perfect fit for Sandler's unusual stick. His comedies find record-breaking audiences in living rooms that they would not via traditional theatrical release. It appears that viewers are more inclined to see what Sandler is up to if they can stay at home, as opposed to going out and paying for tickets. As long as that continues to be the case, Netflix will probably be interested in further renewals down the line. Now, I think this is pretty damn good news. Now, I actually did get a chance to check out that murder mystery from last summer. I have a review video up on the channel. Please check that out. I thought it was pretty damn funny. I was quite entertained. Now, when we sat down and stuff like that to watch it, my wife was like, you know how this is going to end, right? And I'm like, I'm not watching it for the murder mystery part of it. I'm watching it because it's an Adam Sandler movie and I want to laugh. I mean, I watched the trailer. I already know it's not going to be all that serious. So I'm not watching it for the serious part. I'm watching it because I want to laugh. Now, my wife watches a lot of Hallmark murder mystery movies and what have you, so she was like thinking we were going to have to solve a crime. Not really. I mean, you can, if you really look at it, you can kind of find out and try to figure out who's who did what and what have you, but I mean, it was entertaining. I liked it. I thought it was hilarious. I mean, I'm kind of glad I didn't pay theater price for it, to be quite honest with you, but I laughed. So if you have not seen Murder Mystery, go check that movie out. That's pretty damn funny. Now, I still have to go check out all his other movies that he has up on Netflix. I did not see any of those quite yet, so I'll have to go check him out. So I don't know, did you hear about this news that he extended his contract with Netflix? You looking forward to it? I'm looking forward to seeing like this sequel to Murder Mystery. I didn't think it really warranted a sequel, but why not, right? I mean, they already paid for it. So I don't know. I have to wait and see how it all plays out. Did you read this article? You looking forward to seeing any more movies from Adam Sandler on Netflix? Let me know in the comments down below. Hulu CEO Randy Freer out amid reorganization. Now, this story comes to us from the Hollywood Reporter, and it goes on to say, the Hulu business will be more closely integrated into the Disney direct-consumer business. Randy Freer is leaving his role as Hulu CEO amid a reorganization that will be more closely align the streaming service with the parent company Disney and its direct-to-consumer business. Kevin Meyer, chairman of the direct-to-consumer and international at Disney, said Friday at a statement announcing Freer's departure, quote, I want to thank Randy for his leadership for the last 2 years as CEO and for his collaboration the past several months to ensure an exceptionally bright future for Hulu. The move comes 8 months after Disney assumed full operational control over Hulu following the acquisition of the Fox assets, including its 30% stake in the streamer. But it had largely been business as usual within Hulu, which is headquarters out of Santa Monica. As Disney focused on launching Disney Plus, now the company is signaling that it will look further align Hulu within the rest of its streaming business, which includes ESPN+. Kevin Meyer goes on to say, quote, with successful launch of Disney Plus, we are now focused on the benefits of the scale within and across our portfolio of DTC business. Further integrating the immensely talented Hulu team into our organization will allow us more effectively and efficiently deploy researchers, rapidly grow our presence outside the U.S., and continue our relentless innovate. There is a tremendous amount of opportunity ahead, and I am confident in our ability to accelerate our positive momentum and better serve our customers, end quote. Freer is departing Hulu after a little more than 2 years as the company's chief and several years on the company's board in his previous role as the president, the COO of Fox Networks Group, and where he earned the reputation as a strong operator through his oversight of revenue, distribution, operations, business development, and strategy for the Fox TV Group, FX, Fox Sports, and National Geographic. He also led right acquisitions for the Fox Sports and oversaw the negotiations with the NFL, MLB, and NASCAR. Hulu's board selected Freer to replace Mike Hopkins, the company's CEO, in 2017. He saw the streamer through a period of significant subscriber growth as it grew its base by 68% to 28.5 million paid subscribers by September. Freer said in a statement, quote, I am grateful for my time at Hulu and the opportunity to work and learn with incredible, talented, and dedicated people. I also want to thank Kevin and the Walt Disney Company, as well as NBC, Universal, and Fox, for providing me the opportunity to lead Hulu during a time of tremendous growth, significant industry transformation. Hulu has established itself as the leading choice for consumers looking for the best TV service available today. I am confident Hulu will thrive inside Disney under the DTCTI leadership and resources." End quote. As part of the change, leaders at Hulu will report directly to Disney's direct-to-consumer and international division leaders. Freer will remain in his role for the next several weeks to help with the company's integration. Hulu launched in 2010 as a joint venture of several major entertainment companies as a response to the growth in viewing of free video programming on platforms like YouTube. Over time, and the U.S.-only streaming service has become a rival to Netflix with a robust library and licensed programming, as well as growing slate of original, including The Handmaid's Tale and Pen 15 and Rami. But Hulu's fate has largely been in the hands of its corporate owners, which at one time included Disney, Fox, and NBC Universal. Disney acquired a major ownership stake in Hulu with its purchase of the Fox assets, then negotiated a deal with rival NBCU in May of 2019 that would allow it to assume full operational control over the business, while NBCU kept a large minority ownership stake. Disney now views Hulu as a key piece in its three-pronged streaming strategy, led by a family-friendly Disney Plus, a sports-centric ESPN. While this service currently bundled together at a discount price, Hulu was a lone streamer and wasn't fully integrated into the rest of Disney's direct-to-consumer operations. As Disney seeks to turn its streaming investment into a profitable business, integrating Hulu, which has been an expense to operate, is key. Already, the company moved oversight of Hulu's scripted series under Disney TV Studios chairman Dana Walden. Further, it announced in November that Disney-owned Fox would begin programming a new content hub dubbed FX on Hulu, giving FX head John Landgraf significant influence over what content becomes exclusive to the streamer. Now, when I saw this story, I was just like, man, this is just the house of mouse trying to put everything all underneath one roof and what have you. So this doesn't really shock me all that much too much, because that's just how Disney rolls and what have you. So, but I really don't have any really major opinion in it whatsoever. I just thought it was kind of interesting that they're making all these moves and what have you as Disney gets ready to take on all these other companies in the streaming wars that's coming. So I don't know. Again, I hope the guy can land another job. But other than that, this is kind of messed up stuff. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that this is just Disney just doing business as normal? Or do you think that this is just something that's actually going to be something more awesome for Hulu in the long run? So I don't know. I don't have Hulu right now. I only have Disney Plus. So I don't know. We were planning on doing the whole package thing because my wife's a sports fan and I'm not. So we were going to do that so we can get ESPN and stuff too. So I don't know. Are you like geeked about this news? Do you really care? Let me know in the comments down below. Shifting over to Star Wars news, last week, test footage for Star Wars Underworld leaked out onto the internet. Now, everybody's been pretty much going crazy since that happened. Now, I've watched it several times myself, I have to say, and it looks pretty damn cool. Now, I'm kind of interested in what they're actually going to go with the story, because we don't really know. We know that they did write down a lot of scripts for what have you. At least that's what they said. Now, this happened around 2010 before Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney. He was working on this, so that's where this test footage comes from. Now, they actually did quite a bit. Now, I don't know, like, in the scale as far as, like, when you go to shoot a show or a movie, what have you, like, how much that really, what's a lot? But from what I've heard, people talking about it online, they said this is quite a bit for, like, just to be test footage, to say the least. Now, I don't know any of the actors or anything that's in the scene. There's, like, one theory. Somebody said they thought there was Elizabeth Olsen that's in there, but I'm not really positive on that one. But so on here, it's like, now I'll have the video clip up here above, and I'm just going to play just like the actual scene itself. Now, I'll have a link in the description down below if you want to watch the whole thing, because at the end of this video, they have they show you the scene, and then they show you like what it looks like, what they're doing with the green screen, what was real, what wasn't real, and stuff like that. It's kind of cool to watch and stuff like that, but I just want to go over just the actual scene itself. So now this is supposed to take place on Coruscant. I'm not sure if that was going to be the only location, but I know that this show was supposed to pretty much focus on Coruscant, the underworld of Coruscant. So here we go. Let's like give this a watch. I'll turn this on. Now the scene starts off like obviously in an alleyway on Coruscant, and we have a speeder that comes into the view, and he comes in for a landing. Now it's a pretty cool looking speeder. Looks like kind of like a sporty light type thing. Now the only thing about this is that I don't know. I mean, it looks pretty damn real. You know, I mean, there's a lot of CG in this, I will say the least, and what have you. And some of it you can kind of tell, and some of it you can't. Now here's, I mean, this is cool. Now it made sense that they had like a droid like hovering over, like taking like drone type shots and what have you. That made a lot of sense. They'd give like the stormtroopers like eyes in the sky and what have you to keep an eye on, especially like a planet-wide city, right? So you need a lot of surveillance for that, especially if you want to be like an empire, right? Like this was pretty damn cool. Now, like they don't know, they're not saying like any like name of specific characters. This is just like test footage, so to kind of give you an idea what it would have looked like. Now this chick right here, they're saying that I guess it kind of looks like her, but I can't really tell. So I don't know. I mean, it's pretty damn cool to watch, to say the least, and it makes you wonder like what they would have done if they actually would have done the show. To be quite honest with you, I mean, it's just I don't know. Guess we'll never know, right? I mean, it's pretty cool. It would have been a lot cooler if they would have. Now here she's messing with like the computer terminal and stuff like that. Now, like, what is that? Now, like, is that plans for an Imperial Star Destroyer? Which is pretty interesting, to say the least. So I'm not really sure in the time period that they were actually going to do this. And I think if I heard that Palpatine and Vader were supposed to be involved in this, so I guess it would be time of the Empire, right? Obviously. And obviously, like the start of the rebellion or part of the rebellion. They really don't. I mean, it's just test footage, so they don't really go in too heavy story details. Now, like at this point, they're saying like a vehicle was spotted. I think I guess they're talking about the speeder, the black speeder. I like how they had actual the aliens actually speaking like alien languages instead of just like English. This is a pretty interesting exchange. Now I wonder what the plan was for this Star Destroyer. What were they going to do? Were they going to steal it? Were they going to destroy it? I mean, what was the plan? You know, I guess we'll never know. I mean, it'd be kind of interesting to find out. Now they find out that the computer terminal has been compromised, so they're all freaking. Now they're over by the speeder and what have you, outside where this lady is at. Which is, I think this is kind of funny because, like, when the stormtroopers go busting in on this little transaction thing here. Here they go. I mean, there's, like, a lot of generic lines and stuff in here. There's, like, really no major dialogue. Again, it's only test footage. I wonder, like, if, you know... That's a cool trick, right? That was pretty damn cool to see. A little energy bomb type thing. Fry all their circuits. That's really got to mess with those stormtroopers. Now it's like flying by itself. I wonder if it gets kind of like a droid operated type speeder. Maybe. Now it's like when the firefight breaks out here. I mean, this is like where it kind of like... I mean, they're almost at point blank range, and they still can't hit anything. Which is like, but the guys that are shooting the other guys that are shooting, they're not really faring all that much better. To be quite honest with you, a little bit of a grenade type thing here takes out quite a few people. That fire could have been a little bit better, but again, it's just test footage. So, I don't know. It's pretty damn cool. So, like I said, I will have a link down in the description below if you want to watch the whole thing. Because like right after this, it goes into how the making of and what have you, which is pretty damn cool to watch, to be quite honest with you. So also last week, more concept art for episode 9. Well, what it could have been episode 9, Duel of Fates from College of Aro. And I'll have the images above my shoulder and what have you. And I'll also have the link for the website that broke the story or has it and like that, where you can actually see like the description and what have you of all these pictures that are up above my shoulder. And there's a lot of them. There's like over 20 some odd pictures, to say the least. So I mean, it's pretty damn cool. Also, I found out today on the way home that during a conference call, Bob Iger said, it was like the first quarter conference call for like the shareholders or whatever. He said that the movies are going to go on hiatus for a little while. What that means, I don't really know. They're going to focus more on the TV, mainly because, like, The Mandalorian is a hit. So they're just going to sit there and just like pound on it. And hopefully they don't they don't ruin it, right? But they're going to focus more on the TV for a little bit. Those movies will be a little far off. So, and Mandalorian season 2 will drop in October of 2020 of this year. So that's pretty damn cool. So, but again, the Obi-Wan series has been delayed, so we'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. But he said there could be possibly other spin-offs off of The Mandalorian. Now, I was listening to SEN live on the way home and what have you, and they said, like, maybe they could possibly see like a Cara Dune like type spin-off show. I guess you could do that because like they had the CSIs, they had the New York, the Florida, all those different CSIs and NCISs and stuff like that. So why not, right? I mean, as long as it's not like Mandalorian, like Alderaan or some, you know what I'm saying? As long as it's not something stupid like that. As long as it's something good. I mean, that's just it. It's just got to be good. I don't care what they do. Just make it good. So I don't know. Did you hear about this news about the start of the Underworld test footage? Did you check it out? If not, you're going to want to check it out. Did you check out any of those concept photos for what would have been stuff for Duel of the Fates? What'd you think? I mean, I think they're like pretty damn cool. I mean, it's just they're just pictures, so it doesn't really tell you anything, but it does give you like at least somewhat of an idea of what they were going to do, right? So I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Did you hear about the whole thing about Bob Iger saying that they're going to like put the movies a little bit more on the back burner? Does that mean that we're not going to get the movie in 22? Really? I mean, that's 3 years away. I don't know. I have to wait and see how that all plays out. Maybe we'll find out something more about that and close to Celebration or what have you. So I have to wait and see how that all plays out. So I don't know. So what do you think? You were looking forward to more stuff like that and just Disney Plus alone? And no more movies for a little bit? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. The Super Bowl was last Sunday, and I want to congratulate the Kansas City Chiefs for winning the Super Bowl. Now, we watched part of the game. Mainly, I was watching it for the for the commercials and what have you, and a lot of trailers dropped during the game. Now, there was a Fast and Furious 9 spot that was pretty damn cool, but there were also the full trailer dropped like earlier on in the week too. So, and then there was a Top Gun Maverick spot that dropped. That was pretty damn cool. A little bit of extra footage that we have not seen just quite yet, but it was pretty damn cool. But there was that trailer that dropped during Comic-Con over the summer and what have you, so I'm still looking forward to that movie. That comes out this year, so that's pretty damn cool. We also saw a Black Widow had a new trailer and a new TV spot. That was pretty damn cool. We've seen some things we haven't seen quite yet. There was also our first look at the Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision and Loki for Disney Plus. Now, also on that conference call with Bob Iger and the shareholders, he said that the Falcon and Winter Soldier is supposed to drop in August of this year, and then the WandaVision is going to be like later on, like in November or something like that, and what have you. So that's pretty damn cool. And I think Loki is next year. So that's we get to see what it kind of looks like, and we see images of the Falcon actually throwing the shield, because Steve Rogers, and if you have not seen Endgame, spoilers, passes on the shield over to the Falcon and what have you. So I have to wait and see how that plays out. That looks kind of interesting, to say the least, and what have you. And then we see Loki's like wearing some kind of prison uniform. Now, they were talking about that online, and I can't remember exactly. There was like some kind of interdimension type thing, so I'm not really sure how that plays out. Now, the WandaVision one is supposed to cycle through like different like sitcoms and what have you, and this is supposed to play into the multiverse madness of the universe thing, whatever, for the Doctor Strange 2 movie that's coming out, the multiverse of madness. I'm sorry. So that's coming out. That this is supposed to play right into that. So I wonder how that's going to actually play out. Now these TV shows that are on Disney Plus, these are supposed to tie into the movies. These are supposed to count. They're supposed to be canon. So I wonder exactly if they're going to be able to pull this off, and if they're going to be able to pull it off pretty well. Because they kind of did that with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and what have you, but sometimes it worked, and most of the time it was pretty much like the only tie-ins, like the S.H.I.E.L.D. would have to go in and clean up the mess or something, like after the battle or something like that. There wasn't really anything really directly in it, because like not really any at least, I mean, I stopped watching the show, so I can't really say that. I mean, by the time I stopped watching it, they weren't really tying it into the MCU as well as I hoped they would. So, I don't know. I could be wrong, because I did drop off after, I think, season 3 or something. I just lost interest. So, I don't know. Did you see any of these TV spots during the Super Bowl? Did you watch the game? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Did you watch the halftime show? We chose not to watch it. It's not my favorite type of music, to be quite honest with you, so I didn't really care to watch it. So that's it. No more reasons other than that. I just don't really care for that type of music, but that's just me. So I don't know. Did you see these spots? What do you think? You looking forward to these shows? They're coming on Disney Plus. Let me know in the comments down below. I don't know, man. Bad Boys, #1 in week 3. I don't think they're going to hold on to #1 in week 4. I think Birds of Prey is going to knock them out of the #1 spot. But I can't be wrong. They might do some. 1917, I wonder if they're going to add on some more screens this week to keep their spot. Like, seems like that's what they've been doing like the last couple of weeks. They keep on adding more and more screens. Now, originally, they did start out with 11 screenings and what have you, but that was just so they could qualify for the Oscars, and it worked because they got them nominated for an Oscar, so you got to give them credit for that. It did work, right? I don't know, like, did you see any of these movies in the top 10? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, Birds of Prey is coming out this weekend. Looks pretty damn good. Lodge looks pretty messed up. Come to Daddy looks pretty wild. Waiting for Anya. That looks like something like a kind of like might want to watch at home. The concept art for Duel of Fates, or more concept art for Duel of Fates. That's pretty damn cool. Check that stuff out. Again, I'll have a link down in the description down below. Hulu CEO. I don't really have any stake in it. I don't have Hulu, so I mean. Again, I think it's just Disney do what they do. You know, I mean, they're just trying to get their people, the people they want in the positions that they want. That's just how they roll. And that test footage was pretty damn cool. It kind of gives you an idea what they were going to do, but just a little bit. I mean, not too much. I mean, it gives you an idea, right? So, I don't know, man. Like that Super Bowl. I mean, again, congratulations to the Chiefs for winning and what have you. And this came out yesterday that great actor and legendary Kirk Douglas has passed away at 103. Wow. I mean, just imagine that, you know? Just imagine it. I mean, wow. That's a long time. I mean, no matter what, like when something like that happens, like as much as you could be prepared for it, I mean, it's still, but man, that's a long time, 103. I mean, the things that he's seen in the course of his life, you know, you just got to like, I mean, just amazing, especially, you know, all the way back to 1917 and what have you. So that's just got to be the things that you've seen. I mean, he saw the Great Depression. He's seen both world wars. And, I mean, it's just out, wow. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. My condolences to the family and what have you. So, I'm sorry for your loss. Again, I don't know, man. Did you see these movies in the top 10? You can go check out Birds of Prey. You got to check out that test footage. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. See you next week, people. Peace. Make sure you click on that subscribe button so you can be notified every time I drop another video. Hey, while you're at it, check out one of my other movie review videos, or check out one of my drum cover videos. Give it a like, give it a share. Join in the discussion in the comments down below. Have a good day. Peace.